Have you played at all with David Bohm's thinking about his idea that matter is not just, that the universe isn't just organized in energy and matter, but really meaning is this third component that defines the ways in which matter and energy are organized? Take it you have, given the idea.
Yeah, but in many ways, that is another central and kind of underlying philosophical theme, if you will, that comes through the book. And so, as you rightly point out, there's this kind of dualistic way of looking at the universe in the West, where if you look at this sort of, really the mainstream, modern reductionist scientist viewpoint, they say basically everything is just energy and matter, there's nothing else. And as one of the scientists, Nobel Prize winner, Weinberg, says, the more we know about the universe, the more meaningless it appears. Kind of sad. And that was actually one of the things that caused me to want to look deeper and deeper into understanding different forms of meaning, because that didn't make sense to me, but I wanted to really take science seriously and not reject it in trying to find meaning. And what I found so fascinating, and this theme recurs again and again through the book, in traditional Chinese thoughts, they actually looked at the same set of issues and trying to understand the whole universe. And they looked at what they saw, their word for energy and matter was qi, which really literally just meant that. Everything that the universe was contained of, not just the physical stuff, but all the energy forces and everything else. That was qi. But they recognized that there was something else in the universe, and they called it li. And what li refers to is the principles of organization that connects all that qi up in the universe. So basically everything is a result of not just the qi, but the qi interacting with the li. And as I went through the research for this book some years back, I was also doing a lot of reading of modern systems thinkers. And some of you may know systems thinking by the notion of things like chaos theory or complexity theory you might have come across, or systems biology. These are all ways of looking at the universe that looks at the relationship between things rather than what the stuff is actually made out of. And they're scientifically very rigorous. You have Nobel Prize winners and tons of research journals and stuff in this stuff. And what I found so interesting is that leading thinkers in this area, there's one in particular called Stuart Kauffman, who he's really trying to look at the philosophical implications of this stuff. And at one point he talks about how, we're looking at things being self-organized, but we need a framework to understand this. We're discovering a new way of thinking about life, about everything being self-organized and organized according to certain principles. And I realized he was looking at the same kind of perception that these traditional Chinese were looking at 1,000 years ago. So I trace in the book this traditional Chinese way of looking at the universe and the rise in modern systems thinking, and this recognition how the two of them are actually very related. And the exciting thing about this is that it gives us pretty much almost like a way of looking at the universe, one from a place of traditional wisdom that can connect us with a sense of meaning, and one from modern rigorous science that we can understand scientifically, which says this distinction between science and meaning that we're taught is there in the world doesn't need to exist at all. So yeah, thanks.